Friday in the last matchup here for the Sherry Martel Classic. You gotta imagine that she's definitely one of the people to watch here to make a deep run, if not win the whole thing, Carolina.
Oh yeah, she could definitely take it on. When you talk about somebody who is young, but they have everything that's great in front of her, it's Mia Friday, and I'm thankful that she's here.
Her opponent tonight is going to be somebody that we saw debut at the Summer of Champions, who now wants to leave Houston this time with championship gold around her waist.
And her opponent from the streets, she is the Bushetoist baddie, Hollywood Haley J.
Based on your reaction, Sammy, let me guess, this is your pick?
This is my pick to win the entire Sherry Martel Classic. Haley J bringing some much-needed class to the Sherry Martel Classic.
Remind me never to take this man to Vegas.
I know, he's going to switch his picks up every time, but Hollywood Haley J is somebody you probably do want to put your money on, because she has what it takes to win the Sherry Martel Classic
Well, I'm
tournament.
glad you're finally starting to listen to reason here, Carolina, because Haley J, second-generation superstar, worldwide known, and she can cement her legacy if she can win the first ever Sherry Martel Classic Championship here tonight.
The bougie ghettoist baddie is, I think, what she called herself, Carolina, if I'm not mistaken.
She's hood, she's bougie at the same time. She's got the whole package, but she is going up against somebody like Mia Friday, who's been doing this since she was such a young girl, and she's very multifaceted. And to win the Sherry Martel Classic, you have to be multifaceted. You have to be good at what you do, and Mia Friday brings that to the table.
Yeah, well, Mia Friday can have all that you want. I mean, I'm more of a Mondays guy myself, and I think that Haley J has got the edge in this matchup.
So you see the first lockup here, Haley J, a Netflix superstar, if you will, also a former three-time OVW Women's Champion, international superstar. She has been all over the place, but I don't think she's been in the ring with somebody of the likes of Mia Friday.
Well, the last time she was here at Reality Wrestling, she was with Alejandra La Leona, and she pulled out a bag of rocks to get the best out of Alejandra. Is she going to have more tricks up her sleeve this time? Because according to you guys, it's okay to do that because this is the Sherry Martel Classic.
You got to do what you got to do. And I mean, Mia Friday was a very successful long-term interim women's champion here in Reality Wrestling. But the truth is that it was just an interim time period, Kirby. So I don't know if that really counts. Haley J is the here and now and the future of this women's division.
Do you think maybe Mia's confidence is shaken a little bit, CT, just as we see her in this matchup? This is her first time being in action since losing the championship in a singles match.
No, I don't think that her confidence is shaken. I think she has a chip on her shoulder. You have people like Sammy who said she's just an interim Diamonds champion. You have somebody who, like Rachelle Chanel, #5, who cashed in at Summer of Champions too. So if anybody has a chip on her shoulder, it's Mia Friday.
Look, Mia Friday, yeah, exactly. Haley J putting Mia in her place. Look, you can call her one of the youngest women's champion in Reality Wrestling history. What that tells to me is that she hasn't earned her place. She's got a lot more years in this business if she's lucky, and Haley J is giving her a little peek at what that's going to be like if she wants to stick with this.
Well, in the terms of Aaliyah, age ain't nothing but a number. She's been doing this since she was young, Sammy, so you got to give credit when credit's due. She's just as capable as any woman here.
And to talk about the credit here, Haley J is currently undefeated here at Reality of Wrestling, and that potentially could be giving her an edge, even though potentially she's facing a former women's champion.
Look, I take nothing away from Mia Friday. She's a very capable competitor. There's a reason why she's the youngest women's champion in Reality Wrestling history. But that lack of experience is something that you can't change. I'm just talking facts here. The fact that she's the youngest women's champion means she hasn't been around that long. And Haley J, even though she's young herself, second-generation wrestler, and does have a bit of a competitive experience edge over Mia Friday.
It's now Haley J taking it to Mia Friday in the center of the ring, and that's where you see that that brutality, that maybe that bougie ghettoist baddie attitude, if you will.
Yeah, the bougie ghettoist.
Maybe that's how she learned how to fight in prison. And she told me that she was actually sentenced to 5 years, but she was actually able to leave prison early. Not on good conduct, but she was not allowed to speak on it. As now Haley J into the cover.
I think that's just a testament to how much nobody wants to mess with Haley J.
Absolutely not. Prison is no joke, and when you can't even speak on it, I mean, who knows what she's really been through?
I think that's just the class that Haley J has. The fact that you would even ask something so personal about that, Kirby, is disgusting. Haley J is one of the classiest women we've ever seen here at Reality of Wrestling.
I didn't ask her about it. She brought it up, Sammy. It's now Mia Friday.
You don't need to mansplain anything to me, Kirby.
It's taking down Haley J in the center of the ring to try and advance to the last spot in the triple threat matches.
Well, prison means nothing in the ring, as you can tell, because she's on the floor right now after Mia Friday just kicked her in her face. So prison means nothing.
I feel like I'm in a prison now. It's Mia Friday. Instead of going for the cover, just waiting for Haley J to get back up to her feet. This is for a shot at winning the Sherry Martel Classic Championship.
The winner of this matchup will face Gigi Ray and Carly Bright in the triple threat semifinals. Right now, look at this Haley J.
Haley J just trying to get a break here. Now,
she's
come
pulling
on,
the
Mia.
apron.
Now, this is inappropriate. She's trying to take a break on the outside, and Mia Friday's not, being very classy
what is that? What did she just grab?
Classlessness on behalf of Mia Friday.
This has to be...
There's no way. This is not how you're going to advance. Are you kidding me? Hollywood Haley J manages to walk away victorious here tonight, and she puts herself in the semifinals in the triple threats. And I think Mia Friday is just not realizing.
Introducing first from Los Angeles, California, the Divine Drama, Leela Fice.
Well, long time no see. Leela Fice right back out here at ringside. Interesting though, we know Ashton just had his match, but she was out here for his. Why isn't he out here for her?
Well, probably because he just got the stew beat out of him by Luscious Lawrence.
Well,
I'm surprised. Why wasn't she in the back? Why didn't she stay in the back to prepare for this match?
Why is it stew?
Evolution. Tatabe.
Am I doing the revolution hand sign right?
Nope, that's it takes two fingers, not one.
Yeah.
Tatavic out in the face of the OVW faithful here tonight. I got to tell you, you talk about somebody that's savage in the ring. I know we've got so many strong competitors in our women's division. A jiu-jitsu background, that MMA mixed martial arts background. She's wrestled all over the world. Linda, obviously, you've got that jiu-jitsu background. You can tell us a little bit about Tatavic and about some of those jiu-jitsu moves that she does.
Absolutely.
So
she
quick.
is dangerous.
Her opponent from Trophy Club, Texas, Rachel Lay. I do good to walk down that ramp, and she did a cartwheel down it. I don't know how in the heck that happens, but there we go.
I'm falling down it. It's not fun.
You know, one of these days I'm going to tumble down wearing these heels. That being said,
Now that
Rachel,
you've said it out loud. Now that you've said it out loud.
Woo!
Oh my gosh, look at the athleticism though of Rachel Lay, a newcomer here to OVW. I tell you, I'm excited for this triple threat.
Yes, and Rachel Lay, what a ray of sunshine she has brought over to Hot Point Davis Arena. She's got her strong gymnastics background. We have Tatavic with that jiu-jitsu, MMA, Muay Thai background.
And let's not forget, Tatavic stole that win from Rachel Lay on Thursday. You got to think she wants some retribution here tonight in March Mayhem.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but there's a lot of bad blood between Leela Fice and Tatavic. Hang on.
The power of Tatavic is so impressive. So well put together. So agile in the ring, too. As Leela, my goodness, Rachel Lay there. So impressive. Talk about somebody that's agile. Has that cheerleading background.
Was able to kick you from just about anywhere. Look at this Japanese arm drag.
Impressive.
Beautiful offense there out of Rachel Lay.
I'm pretty sure I've seen those arm drags in Ireland as well, so that could be a nice Irish arm drag too. What? Just saying.
No, it's called. Never mind. Anyways, Rachel Lay and Tatavic locking it up. Tatavic breaks the hands of Lay, goes right after the midsection.
There comes those fast feet.
Those kicks.
And those
blocked it.
Those kicks have power behind them. Oh my gosh.
Couldn't block that one.
Good Lord, right in the back of the head and the side of the neck.
Oh, that seemed to have angered Tatavic.
So the Irish whip, but
Oh, wait a minute.
Well, you know what? It speaks to the fact that Leela Feist seems to do some of her best work outside on the floor because she's
hang on,
always
they're trying to stretch her out like a
Good
mozzarella stick. What's happening here?
For the tug of war out there at ringside. Oh,
and Rachel Lay out to the floor
Leela
now.
also getting her back on that hard barricade. That has no give.
No, none whatsoever.
Handful of hair slams her face first out of that ring apron.
Ooh, big forearm shot across the chest from Feist to Lay, and
It's like Totovic was waiting for her moment to strike.
swing and a miss there. Boom, and a shoulder right to the jaw.
Look out, Totovic off the rope. Oh, baseball slide and sends her out to the floor. Great camera work for our OVW production crew here tonight, right in the center of all the action.
Coming into your home almost. Totovic charges goes for another PK. No.
My word.
Swings through, sends Totovic face first into the apron.
You guys gotta imagine what. Oh, hold on.
Tries for a cover, but Leela Feist just pulls her right off before they can even get a 1 count out of that.
I was gonna say, whoever comes out with the win in this match, it's gotta skyrocket them toward the top to chase whoever our women's champion will be after tonight.
You would have to think so. All of these women in our women's division obviously won a shot at that OVW women's title is something awful. Leela Feist goes face first into that turnbuckle. Rachel Lay still holding on to her head there. Looks like she's probably suffered some damage from those kicks.
Say Lay going up in the corner now, but Totovic in. Oh, hang on. Got her up in the electric chair position here.
The power of Totovic.
Oh, wait a second, victory roll.
Pulls her up though.
1 count only, says referee Vato.
That's it. Just Vato.
All three ladies, so much already taken out from this match, but again, whoever wins this match, it's got to do a lot to not just skyrocket themselves into title contention, future title contention, excuse me, but just for themselves.
Feist here, look out.
Beautiful butterfly suplex out of Feist. You know, that's the thing. Leela Feist is technically sound in that ring, but she cannot turn her back on Totovic.
Oh, man.
Totovic, the hired assassin for the Revolution.
Oh, those knees.
Knees to the midsection, one after the other, just connecting on Leela Feist. Oh,
what a super kick to the temple. Knocked Rachel Lay completely unconscious. Hooks the leg. One count only. Oh, that could have been it.
Right now, Leela giving some damage there to Totovic, but no. Totovic says,
beating the hell out of her, just clubbing blows one after the other right to the side of the temple. Leela Feist trying to cover up there, but she's not having much success. Rachel Lay, though, in for the cover.
That's the issue with a triple threat match. You can never just turn your back on one of the opponents and assume that you're going to get the victory. You got to put down 2 people, frankly, to be able to win.
Oh, man, big uppercut.
Let's also not forget Totovic representing the Revolution. Talk about keeping eyes behind the back of your head.
As I say, where there's one, there's many, and the Revolution obviously has to be watching this match intently from the back.
Oh, hang on, Feist up in the air. What's Totovic got in mind? Big side suplex.
What's she thinking?
Really?
Or just showboating?
Well, showboating
Look
as
out,
usual.
though.
Wait a second, quick roll up here.
Rachel Lay has her. 2. Oh, my God. Rachel Lay gets the win.
Here is your winner, Rachel Lay.
Totovic is beside herself. Leela Feist is out here losing her mind. Totovic can't believe what just happened.
Rachel Lay.
Rachel
Why is
Lay
he running off? What a huge win for a newcomer here. Oh, my goodness.
Totovic on the chase now.
Wait.
Yes.
Getting set for championship action, and here we see the challenger, the Killer Bay, Heather Monroe, with quite a bit of disrespect to the battle-tested champion, Jazz, as of late.
Of course, she doesn't seem concerned by the NWA World's Women's Champion at all, saying that Jazz was around since before YouTube, so it doesn't matter to her. But this is going to be an incredible match, contrast of styles, the champion for almost 900 days. Let's get to it.
The NWA World's Women's Champion, Jazz, has her game face on. That is for certain. Heather Monroe claiming somehow that Jazz is less relevant because she was around before YouTube. I think that makes her more relevant. You touched on it. Nearly 2.5 years as the reigning defending World's Women's Champ.
Look, you know, we mentioned about how successful Monroe has been many times in the past, all up and down the West Coast. But right now, you're looking at the baddest woman on any coast, well over 2 years, almost 900 days, with a death grip on that NWA World's Women's Championship. Dan Joseph, I don't know if Heather Monroe knows what she's in for right now.
Well, listen, there's so many people that want that title. There's so many people that have had their shot, and Jazz has just beaten them all. But I don't know if she's come up against somebody as smart and as prepared as a Heather Monroe.
Heather Monroe did beat a former NWA World's Women's Champion in Barbie Hayden in Wenzhou, China, so she might be up to the task, but good luck. I gotta believe that the butterflies start when this has gotta be so intimidating, being in the ring and watching this entrance of the female fighting phenom, the champion, Jazz.
And you just see how Jazz is methodically pacing around the ring. She knows exactly what she's doing. 2 decades in professional wrestling. She has put so many opponents to sleep. And you see the stare of Heather Monroe right now. I don't know if she's intimidated or focused. Either way, this is going to be something else.
Jazz mentioned it in a recent interview, responding to the comments of Heather Monroe, saying, just like fine wine, I get better over time. That certainly has seemed to be the case as we get ready to set the stage. You get a good look at the champ.
Oh yeah, she's focused all right. Monroe looks unflappable though.
If she's intimidated, she is not showing it.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the NWA World Women's Championship. Introducing first the challenger. She is the Killer Bay, Heather Monroe. And introducing the champion from New Orleans, Louisiana. She is the NWA World Women's Champion, Jazz.
Adnan Qureshi setting the stage. There you see what it's all about. Title that she's held since September of 2016.
No doubt defeating Amber O'Neal almost 2.5 years ago. But Heather Monroe has earned this title shot. There's no doubt about that.
There you see what it's all about. First of 2 big title matches on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. The NWA World's Women's Championship up for grabs. There you get a good look at the challenger, the Killer Bay, Heather Monroe, taking on the champion, Jazz, who, as you mentioned, has had a death grip on the title. Bell has sounded, and we are set for action. What can the challenger do, Dan, to nullify the size and strength and experience of Jazz?
Yeah, she's got to find a way to get Jazz off her game. She can't compete with the power.
Heather Monroe is a submission specialist, though. Of course, she has the 7-year stretch that has made many opponents tap. But Jazz is already the 4th longest reigning NWA World Women's Champion of all time. That's incredible.
Really is. And speaking of submissions, Jazz known to put people away with an STF as well, showing her wrestling acumen. There is the champion. So back to square one in this one. recent big title defenses for champion Jazz back at NWA 70 over Penelope Ford. Recently at the NWA pop-up event over Allie.
Well, no, actually, some would look at that as a bit of a slip-up. Jazz flat out attacked the referee and got disqualified. Many people think it's just that's the attitude of Jazz. Some people think Allie was posing too much of a challenge and Jazz didn't want to deal with it anymore.
A win's a win.
Well, it wasn't a win. It was a loss by disqualification, but fact of the matter, she remains champion.
Your small picture in this. Big picture, she kept the belt. It's a win.
And right here on Hollywood, perhaps Heather Monroe really well-versed to take on someone like Jazz because as of late she had a vendetta with a very tough, big, strong competitor in Aoka Muhara. So perhaps training for this like never before is Heather Monroe trying to keep the champion close here with this side headlock.
And one thing about Heather Monroe, she never gets overwhelmed. There's never any moment that's too big for her. So believe me when I say she can be the most vindictive competitor you'll ever come across, regardless of how powerful Jazz is, regardless of how violent she is.
Ooh.
Don't underestimate Heather Monroe.
The strength of that headlock, keeping it locked on.
Heather Monroe showing some strength, tenacity in her own right. And I'd go one step further, vindictive. Yes, Johnny. Also, no shortcut that Heather Monroe is not willing to take. But the veteran Jazz has seen just about everything in her decorated career, so this is an interesting matchup for certain with the gold on the line.
Yes, she has. And, Jazz, it almost appears to me as she's kind of just eyeing up Heather Monroe. She's kind of measuring her up a little bit, just waiting for her time to strike. But Heather Monroe staying on her feet there.
Yeah, the strength going to Jazz, but not much of a size advantage in and of itself. Whoa.
Things getting pretty chippy here, guys, between champion and challenger. Heather better watch that bravado, that confidence in there with Jazz. And I think Jazz, after the words of Heather Monroe, out to teach Monroe a lesson, much like former NWA World's Heavyweight Champion Tim Storm did to Peter Avalon.
Well, he did teach Peter Avalon a lesson, but Peter Avalon still has more victories over Tim Storm, so that's a fair argument.
Shallow victories at best. Championship matchup continuing here. There you see the power. Explosive. Like a defensive lineman coming out of his stance into the backfield looking for the sack. And you can see the effects there. Look at the shoulder. Just about got ripped off there of the challenger.
Well, Jazz has a low center of gravity, and she's so incredibly powerful.
She can't get too confident. I mean, she's well prepared for every match that she goes in. There's been a few times, big hit, big move, and Jazz has given Heather a little bit of time, letting her breathe in that pain. I don't know if I would give her that much room and space. Not somebody as clever as Heather.
Like you said, Todd, there's no rule that Heather Monroe won't break. There's no body part she won't try to snap. But then again, she's dealing with Jazz, who's been champion for almost 900 days.
Well, and we talked about the seeming cockiness and overconfidence of Heather Monroe, who cinches in a nice hammerlock here. Do you think that perhaps the champion coming in a little overconfident as well?
It's very possible. Oh, wait a minute. Utilizing that body weight.
When you've been champion as long as Jazz has, it is tough to not be
into the cover now. Ooh. Yeah, but at some point, are you ripe for the picking as Jazz now goes for the cover again and showing some great amateur wrestling skills?
You're thinking this might be a sleeper match? Nice win, maybe?
Well, maybe if Heather gets displays those submission skills that Johnny LaQuasto documented, but right now, you got to admit, it's been fairly even since the opening bell. Into a bit of a gator roll, floats over into a cover as the champion. Nicely done. Right back to that front face lock, north-south position.
Yeah, Heather's going to have to get some separation. She can't compete with the strength of Jazz.
Jazz has never had a loss for confidence, but following the NWA pop-up where she got disqualified, maybe she's starting to second-guess herself a little bit. Jazz has been around prior to this whole new generation, this whole new wave of talent coming in women's wrestling, and so you wonder if the walls are starting to close in on Jazz a little bit.
But did Jazz get disqualified by hitting the official because she was overly aggressive, or to your point, maybe because she knew she was in trouble? I don't think so. I don't think the champion backs down from a fight.
She's not backing down, but Allie is incredible. She's one of the best wrestlers on the planet. Maybe she had Jazz's number that day, much like Heather Monroe might right now.
Speaking of, the champ is rocked that big kick as Jazz was not able to protect herself.
7-year stretch. She's got it.
New champ.
She has the bridge.
History might be made right here in Hollywood after the nearly 2.5-year reign. Could it be coming to an end?
Look at Jazz, incredible ring awareness, getting the foot on the bottom rope. And the frustration being let out by Monroe.
That's instincts right there. Nicely done by Jazz, but again, desperation that we're not used to seeing by the physically dominant Jazz.
Geez.
And now a leverage maneuver to take Heather Monroe to the outside. So a little bit more of a cagey and crafty Jazz that we're used to seeing outside of just pure physical dominance, gentlemen.
Hey, she'll do whatever she has to do to keep that title, as evidenced by what she did at the pop-up. She doesn't care where she's at. She doesn't care that she came to Hollywood. The title is what matters to her.
This is not where you want to be. Speaking of Heather Monroe, where you're just getting a clubbing here, courtesy of the world's women's champion on the outside. Again, title can only change hands inside the ring by pinfall or submission. And the veteran rolling in there to break the count to dish out some more punishment on the challenger.
Yeah, Heather's got to get back into that ring, not only for some separation, but she just cannot go strike for strike like that with Jazz.
Jazz going to work, just turning this thing into a slugfest, which I got to believe certainly favors the champion, Johnny.
There's no question about it. Jazz is incredibly powerful, sending Monroe right into the steps. Once again, that left shoulder that she attacked earlier in the match.
Jazz spent a long time in the land of extreme, going extreme here with the NWA World's Women's Championship on the line. You talk about the vindictive nature of Heather Monroe, the challenger. We're seeing that by the champion as well. Win at all costs.
I gotta say, I'm a little bit surprised that Jazz even sent Heather Monroe back in the ring. She clearly doesn't care where she does damage to her opponents. She wouldn't even care if she got counted out or disqualified.
Ooh. We see the peppering the challenger now with these jabs.
Look out.
Throwing hands. Nobody home there, though. Oh, man, makes her eat defeat, but will she get the victory? Desperation now. Look at this, trying to capitalize. Is the challenger? No, only a count of two.
You saw the momentum. She bounced off the ropes. Heather Monroe wasted no time with that pin, but only a 2 count.
Door cracked open. Heather Monroe tried to kick it down.
Went for the Michinoku driver, but Jazz reversing it.
Look out here in that launch position. Gets so much velocity into the Jazz Stinger.
Dead center of the ring. Jazz hooks the leg, and the champion retains.
Whew.
Here is your winner, and still NWA World Women's Champion, Jazz.
Over the years, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Jazz gets it done. Successful World's Women's Championship defense right here on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, our main event.
I cannot think of 3 less popular women in OTT.
With who? With who?
Unpopular with who, Dwayne? Is the jealous haters?
Yeah, you can call them that if you like.
Well, that's what they are.
Debbie Keitel and Valkyrie decided to go into business for themselves lately. The returning Veda Scott, a woman who's done it all around the world.
Well, honestly, I feel like I've walked into something here, and like maybe I'm not used to getting food like this.
Own it, Veda. Own it. Let me tell you something, Angus. The new attitudes of Debbie Keitel and Valkyrie, best thing they ever did. Best thing they've ever done.
Well, certainly it's forced people to sit up and pay attention.
Debbie's great.
The feminist icon back in the ringside club. The first lady.
She is the queen of women's wrestling, Lady Hardy.
to be the queen of Irish wrestling, but no, Debbie Keitel and Valkyrie are the co-queens of Irish wrestling.
Well, she's certainly queen of the hearts of this sold-out crowd.
Please.
Unparalleled in Irish wrestling, male or female.
Unquestionable. But she's smiling in that ring. I've never seen her smile. I've known her for 5-6 years. Now she's smiling and playing. That leads to one road. No more OTT Women's Championship.
Oh, yes! Ready to set lightning on fire. My special unicorn, Amy Alonzi.
The young lady who would be surely Freddie Mercury's favourite wrestler. If things went better for him. But does she heed the warning, Angus?
Amy Alonzi ready to light up the ringside club. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm ready here. Here we go. Let's do it, Amy.
I think we got a no-show.
Well, we did see some footage from backstage earlier on. Valkyrie and Keitel warning Amy Alonzi not to show her face, but
I guess Amy is smarter than I give her credit for. She is heeding the warning.
You're not here. You're staying here. It's off.
Raven Creed is grabbing this match by the scruff of the neck.
Well, this is the Raven I know.
This match will now continue as a 3-on-2 handicap match.
Well, unfortunate to say it, but it looks like the bully tactics of Valkyrie and Debbie Keitel were enough to scare off Amy Alonzi.
Well, you call it bully tactics, but surely all it is a warning, and then Amy Alonzi becomes too much of a coward to show up.
That may well be your interpretation of events. I ain't signing up for it.
Well, I mean, it's the truth.
This is about to break down here. All bets are off here. We're in handicap match mode. It's 3-on-2. Running European uppercut.
And a headbutt from Raven Creed.
Raven takes flight and takes out all three of them.
I see what you did there, Angus, and I like it.
Yeah, you're smarter than I am. I didn't even clock that one.
There you go, I am. I'm glad you said that, and it's on record.
Oh my God! Katie Harvey with as ugly a landing as we've seen in quite some time.
Everybody taking out. This match could be over before it gets on.
That impact absolutely sucked the air out of the place. Raven with her eyes on Debbie Keitel. Nobody home.
Oh, Debbie, how I love you.
Entirely unnecessary. Raven Creed taking matters into her own hands here.
Debbie, hands off the merchandise. I've always wanted to do that.
Come on.
Raven manhandling Debbie Keitel here, slamming her spine first into that steel.
Well, Angus, let's draw attention to what the big white elephant in the room here. This 3-on-2 handicap match may have just become a 3-on-1 handicap match here.
The odds not stacked in their favour. If this war continues, Veda Scott, we've seen her shine all over the world
be it here at OTT or at Impact.
And this is Angus. Angus, this is now a 3-on-1 handicap match.
Tony Kelly, in any other instance, 3-on-1 would mean the end. But if you ask me, there's only one woman crazy enough and one woman dangerous enough to possibly emerge victorious from a 3-on-1 situation. That's our OTT champ, Raven Creed.
Well, if there's one woman in Ireland I would fancy to take on 3 people at once, it's definitely Raven Creed. But I mean, I think this is even too much of an ask even for Raven, to be honest with you.
Tag is made. Veda Scott comes in and just unleashes with a devastating boot. The clubbing forearm to the upper spine, and now she's just cranking on that neck.
I mean, this is like just giving YouTube to a baby, Angus. Raven Creed on her own against the 3 of these ladies. Easy picking, surely.
But think about the heart that's been displayed by Raven Creed over the years. Think about the way she has found a method to survive when necessary.
But I mean, come on. This...
Oh, I'm not saying that the odds aren't stacked against her here.
Just like I said, there was no shame in Callum Black tamping out in the last match when he was under pressure. There's no shame in Raven Creed calling the quits on this. Come on, fight another day. These are 3 of the best women in the world.
Valkyrie hoists her high, snap suplex. Lateral press for the cover now. Raven's still fighting back though, TK.
Well, that's the thing about Raven. She's always going to fight back, but surely to her detriment in this scenario. Call the match off.
As long as there's still air in her lungs and fire in her belly. Quick pin here. Nothing could make Raven Creed tap out here. Headbutt square on the button, drops Debbie Keitel instantly. Transitions to the waist lock here. Reversed by Keitel. Oh! Hits the German, slamming the skull of Raven Creed into the ring mat. Raven kicks out though, no, only a 2 count.
This is the type of scenario that shortens a wrestler's career.
Veda Scott driving that knee in here. And you can see the cockiness amongst these 3. You can see the confidence there. They know they have a distinct numbers advantage. It seems like their techniques and their tactics and their game plan has worked out perfectly.
Of course.
Cowards that they are, they can now do it 3-on-1.
Come on, Angus. Calling people cowards. That's disgraceful. These are athletes. Please. I mean, this was the game plan from the start. They come out here to wrestle a 3-on-2 match. Now, just fortuitously for them, it's a 3-on-1 match. This is a layup. They're going to win this match. It's now just a matter of time.
Stiff shot to the midsection from Valkyrie, who, as we know, is one of the best pure strikers in our women's division.
Totally in control here with Valkyrie. Look at this. That's the OTT Women's Champion.
Well, this is the confidence I spoke about. Elbows from the champ, enough to break the hold. Tucks the clothesline and drops her on her head.
I am wincing here in the commentary booth. Valkyrie's got to be out, and this is the chance that Raven Creed has. The only chance to win this match.
Tag is made, Veda Scott is in. Raven calling her on. She wants more of the action. Takes out Keitel. Drops Veda Scott.
Look at what you're seeing though, Angus. Now it's a 1-on-1. Raven has removed Valkyrie
after a knee to the chest, driving into that solar plexus, running spear into the corner. Raven Creed can do this, Tony.
This is her chance.
Knee strike right on the button. And once again, the illegal intercept from Debbie Keitel. Snap German suplex. As ugly as they come. Headbutt again. Ducks the clothesline, hoists her high. Once again, Veda Scott with the intercept. And this may well be where the numbers game just proves too much stacked against Raven Creed.
Of course it is, Angus. I mean, she took Valkyrie out of the match, but Debbie Keitel is there to jump in and break it up for Veda Scott. Then Veda Scott. There's always somebody else there, even if she takes out one Raven Creed.
Creed trying to fight this off here. Forearm after forearm, headbutt lands square on the jaw.
Raven keeps throwing those headbutts, Angus, but you've got to ask yourself, what are those headbutts taking out of her?
Slammed face first. Hooks the leg. Referee Noel Fox perfectly placed on the finish.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners, the team of Veda Scott.
Numbers game not too much, Angus. Honestly, I think Raven knocked herself out on one of those headbutts. Debbie took advantage and dropped her on her head again.
One of the most impressive displays of heart and bravery we've ever seen in an OTT ring. Raven Creed's never say die attitude to fight on against the odds when the numbers were stacked so heavily against her. Oh, here we see a little bit of afters from the coward Debbie Keitel.
Don't call her that. You say bravery, I say stupidity. The old Raven Creed I know would have walked away when it was 2 on 3 and fought another day. Now look at the stage she's in. Advantage Debbie, advantage Valkyrie, advantage Veda Scott. Victory is theirs.
$400 upstanding for their OTT Women's Champ. Listen to that response.
But Angus, Debbie Keitel just